And welcome back to the Hot Lap. We are talking kind of like a really late preview of the ERC Czech Rally. And well, this all started with Dirtfish having, let's be fair, quite an interesting article about a certain Mr. Paddon in his Hyundai. Yes, Paddon going into the Czech Rally for the European Rally Championship. He's going to be looking to channel the same energy as they quoted Argentina 2016, where he potentially did the impossible. So he lands with one aim this week to lengthen his 7-point lead at the top of the table as he chases what he's hoping to be back-to-back European titles. And the man from New Zealand, and along with his co-driver from New Zealand, Lord of the Rings territory. So was this... The archive has delivered, the Girardo and Coarco has delivered a South American corker in the shape of a podium shot of Paddon's 2016 Argentinian victory of a legend. So 8 years ago, the New Zealander, as we know, he was on top of the world. His success in Villa Carlos Paz arguably moved him ahead of Terry Neuville in the Hyundai, God, that's so long ago, in the Hyundai squad's pecking order, and it confirmed him as a genuine title contender and threat for the world title. Rival Sebastian Ogier was in no doubt of Mr. Paddon's pace. Back in those days, few people beat the strength of the Frenchman in a straight race, and almost nobody did it in a straight race through the Sunday. However, New Zealand's own Mr. Paddon did, and in that final stage in Argentina 2016, the scene was set. El Condor. It was an absolute classic, one of the most technical, twisty, challenging stages in the world. Speed, though, is nothing without using it sensibly and not adding to part of the landscape, and it demanded eye of the needle threading, as in threading through the eye of the needle abilities. Now, Paddon went 2.6 seconds ahead of Ogier. We'd seen this story before. Second would still be a good result for the Hyundai man. However, he was like, no, not today. And he and his co-driver, they won the stage what ended up being by 11.2 seconds. So the i20 WRC was more than a second per mile faster than anybody. It was an outstanding drive that more than merited a rewrite of the New Zealand history of the World Championship. And that should have been the start of a championship challenge for Mr. Paddon. But he had the speed, he had the consistency to remain at the top. Sadly, Hyundai didn't see it the same way and said goodbye for a slice of the past in the shape of Sebastian Loeb. Oh dear. Admittedly, if you're going to lose your seat, losing it to one of the most successful drivers in the history may well be okay. But still, Paddon has remained somehow loyal to Hyundai, so to be fair to him, and Hyundai New Zealand, and he now finds himself leading their charge in the Rally 2 car. Nobody else is managing to fend off the Skodas, Toyotas and Citroens the way it is. So let's see what this week is going to bring at the European Rally Championship. Odds... Can he do it? Yeah, absolutely he can. Is his Hyundai disadvantage? Yes, I think it is. Which shows, I think, if he does win against the Skodas, I think it's going to be absolutely fantastic. I mean, you got the Skodas, the Citroens, Chris, Toyotas as well. It's going to be really, really interesting. Far more interesting, I think, going into this weekend than some of the WRC events. There's a lot more, there's a lot more stories to the European Rally Championship, and you have the advantage of not getting screwed over with the points. So let's then have a look. So this place has been part of the ERC schedule since the championship's streamlining in 2004. I will no doubt get a lot of names wrong, but the Czech Rally Zlin is based in the South Moravian University City. It's 300 kilometres from the Czech capital in Prague, a resort where loads of UK young men used to like to go, I think, in my youth. But it's a tarmac test like no other. Yep, tarmac. Due to the bumpy and sometimes, shocking, broken nature of the road surface, I think we could all, I think if you're from the UK, you can probably sympathise with all the potholes we have here. But to add to the challenge, several stages feature high-speed blasts through forests and intermittent showers wherever possible. While the weather might be fairly hard to predict, huge numbers of fans follow the action, especially on the opening night. And this is the one thing, if you are only going to watch one thing, watch the opening night on Zlin's super special stage. I've been reminded by Chris, I have set my alarm. The long-term ERC Rally turned 50 in 2021. Now, if you do miss it, fair enough, watch it back. It is one to behold. Zlin itself is a small town to big city, and it's credited for Thomas Bata, who founded a shoe factory there in 1894, believe it or not. But it's now established a bustling university city. And the Czech Rally's in ran for the first time all the way in 1971. I appreciate some of you may not even been a twinkle in your parents' eye at that time. It turned 50 in 2021. And it took the inaugural honours in a Jan, I'm going to get this name wrong, Jan Halmansner took the inaugural honours in a Skoda 1100MB. And the event sponsor, Continental Boehm's giant tyre factory and distribution centre in nearby, once again, I'm going to get the name on, Otrakovice, boast the rally's permanent service park. So, to be fair though, when you look, and I'm going to share the screen here, when you look at the past winners, no, you don't see a Paddon. You see a ton of Skodas. And Jan Kopecki and Jan Hulsek, once again, sorry if I don't bastard your name, but oh dear. So he is let's be fair. Paddon is most certainly gonna have to do something about that, isn't he? Can he do something about it though? Let's have a look then at the championship standing for 2024, shall we? Here we go. Okay, so let's have a look. As you can see here, it's down the bottom. We've got Hayden Paddon on top on 89. We've got Mattia quite close. I mean, look, he's the Honda. Then you got like 3 Skodas and a Citroen. And this is the one where Cesc is. And I mean, Oliver Solberg, he's been here before as well. Cesc drives in the rally, and it's so competitive. We're just looking up. I mean, Martin Cesc is 24th in the Toyota. So it is really, really competitive, and you start to have to wonder. Hyundai are looking for other drivers, aren't they? Yeah, potentially. Hyundai could be looking for like another permanent driver. Formo's been mentioned. We said that's not a good idea. Paddon, come on. If Paddon wins this championship, if he wins it, Paddon, get it signed. Get it signed now. Do what you didn't do when a certain Sebastian took over. Make your amends, Hyundai, and take it to the top level. I'd be really fascinated to see what this man can do. Put it in a third car. Do it. You know you want to. Hyundai. Do it. So let's look at the before I leave you. Let's have a look at the itinerary. So I believe this is Saturday the 17th. But let's look at Friday the 16th, where we've got the practice, and I think the qualifying between 8 and 9 o'clock in the morning. We got the ceremony on start appearing to be at 4 o'clock. The start of leg 1, and that looks like a 9 o'clock Czech time. Obviously, I'm not too sure what that is UK time. And then you got the Saturday the 17th of August, starting quite early it appears to be quite early in the morning. And I'm just gonna scroll down here because there's so much information. But yeah, as I said, it starts essentially today now at the time we're recording. But I am very excited about it. Are you excited? Comment below. Let us know. Give us a subscribe if you would like to see more ERC content. Give it a like. I really enjoy the ERC, and make it worth my while doing it, because I love talking about it. I think it's more exciting than the WRC most of the time. Although the last rally in Finland was fairly exciting. It was unpredictable, especially on the Sunday with basically everyone doing something wrong. So blink of an eye and you miss it. But check out that first stage.